All right, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you guys about 3D printing and how I use it in the shop when building a bike and just all the things I use it for around here. Today I want to go into Fusion 360, which is our design program, and model up a top clamp for the springer we're going to use. And we'll actually 3D print it and test fit it on the bike. And once we got our design and our model where we want it to be, probably in a later video, we're gonna take it to the CNC mill and machine it out of some 6061 aluminum. So yeah, let's show you how that's done. So here we have our 3D printer. It's a BambuLab P1S, I believe. We've actually got some stuff printing in there right now. Just some prototypes we're testing out. Here's some examples of like stuff you can make with 3D printing. Like here's a collet rack for all my ER32 collets for the mill. Here's a little fixture I made to hold some solid stock so I could drill it. Super simple, took me like 10 minutes to design and then probably about 30 minutes to print that. This is actually pretty cool. This is a sheet metal dimple die. So you take your sheet metal and you put this in the press and you can make a dimple in your sheet metal, which, this probably cost me 20 cents to make and 30 minutes to print. Even over here on our mill, here's a little holder for the air nozzle and a little speed vise for our mill vise. These are just all great examples of how useful this tool is in your shop. We're going to take this and we're going to make up a little sketch. We're going to pull our dimensions off here. We're going to roughly base it off this, just our stock piece, because we know this fits. So we'll pull some dimensions from there. We're just going to, got our 3 holes. 1.264. Okay, now we have the size of our holes, but now we need to figure out how far apart they are from each other. Just 5.75 roughly. And then we're going to subtract the diameter of one of our holes. 1.04, 4.71. is our length, hole to hole, centered on center. So 4.71 inches. Alright, so we're going to start here in Fusion 360. We're going to create a sketch. We're going to choose our plane. Sketch out our 3 circles. We have our center circle already there. We're going to get our distance to our left circle. We're going to figure that out, and then we're going to draw a construction line so we can set our center point. And we're going to do our circle, 1.04 inches, and then we're going to mirror it across. So we're going to create a line that we can mirror this across. That way we know everything's exactly the same on the right side as it is on the left side. So we'll mirror that. Now we have our basic sketch of our 3-hole pattern. So from there we just kind of want to, create more of a outer dimension of these sketch profiles. That way we can convert it to like a sealed sketch, and that way we can extrude it into a body. So we'll do that 1.5 inch circle around there. 1.9 inches I think we're gonna do here. Gotta measure it real quick. And then we're gonna do some little arcs here to kind of connect those. And then we're going to mirror that to the top, so it's exactly the same as the bottom. And now we're going to mirror both of those and our outer circle across to the right side. So now we've got a fully enclosed sketch. So now we can start extruding this into like a 3D body. So I'm selecting all my areas here, not the inner of the circles, because that's our, you know, we want that to be left out. We'll extrude it 1 inch. And there we have a 3D body now. Just checking to make sure it's 1 inch. So yeah, there's the basics of it. You know, we could use that if we wanted to, but we're gonna keep going and add some more features and dimensions to it. I know I need to make a recess for the lower stem nut to sit in there. That way we've got room for it. So I'm kind of dimensioning across where I'm going to put my, you know, recess. I'm just kind of freestyling here and just kind of not really going off anything but look, just to, you know, make this video kind of quick. So now I'm going to mirror that across to the right side. And now I can extrude down and take out some of that material. And now I'm gonna make a slit down the center line because I'm gonna add some pinch bolts in here to kind of make sure it pinches down on the fork legs. So I'm just starting with the center line. I'm gonna offset my line. You know, I probably want to make it at least 1/8 inch wide, so I'm gonna go like 0.07 on each side. And now we can project some of our base geometry into our sketch. That way it'll create a enclosed sketch that we can extrude. I don't know why that one's not working. We gotta project that circle again. Still not working. Alright, let's project that. There we go. Now we can extrude both of these down. We're just going to go to that. Alright, now we're going to add the holes for our pinch bolts. I drew a little line across to make sure we're even on both sides and everything's lined up. We'll do a counter bore, 1/4-20 hole. And there they are. Yeah, we'll put some threads down there. We'll create a sketch on that plane. That way we know where the hole needs to start. And then we'll project our circles so we can find the exact center of them. And then we're just going to add 1/4-20 threads in there. And we'll do a little section view here so you can kind of see what we did. Kind of split this right down. But now you can see that's going to be our pinch bolts there. And we have our recess, our counter bores for the Allen heads, and our threads. Alright, so we just finished designing our first version of our top clamp. We got it in the 3D printer software here. Getting ready to print it. Here's our model in Fusion 360. Just basic for now. We'll make some changes as we go, but we just want to make sure the fitment is good before we go any further. So we'll go back to our studio. We already set all our settings, so now we just got to send it over to the printer. All right, so that's busy printing. Check that out. This printer prints really fast. It absolutely rips compared to some printers. So we've got about 58 minutes left on that, so we'll let that go and we'll check back in when it's done. Oops. That just pops right off. So here we have it. All right, well, let's see if it fits. All right, here it is, fresh out of the printer. You can see that printer is so nice. Like, I unboxed it and right out of the box, it just produced like amazing 3D prints, which is normally not the case. So I highly recommend those BambuLab printers if you're gonna get one. All right, let's see if it fits. And there we go, first try. Fits great. So I don't have any material on hand to machine this right now, so that'll have to be a whole nother video. But we're gonna be using pretty much the same design as our 3D print to take into 6061 aluminum, and we're gonna, machine it, and we're gonna actually run it on this bike. So there we have it. There's our top clamp. So the reason I'm making this clamp is, for one, the other one I have is ugly, and I made it so these holes, I can run a bolt this way and bolt my risers up from the bottom, so I can run it on this springer. Typically you have to either, get a top clamp with either the dog bones, run the dog bone risers off the side, or you can get little studs that screw into the back of the legs here and run your risers that way. I don't really like that, so I'm gonna go with this. I know Andy over at Pangea Speed already makes something like this, and it works great. I've used it on bikes in the past, but I just figured this would be a fun video to design and make this, all in-house, to kind of show you guys how it's done. This was a brief overview of the process, but if there's anything else you guys want to see, more in-depth stuff, let me know and I can make a video on it. I try not to get too technical because it gets kind of boring in these videos, but if that's what you want, you just let me know and I can make it happen.